Our next person that's going to share, her name is Carol Marshall. She wrote a book called Stubborn Hope. She's a retired school teacher, and she wrote Stubborn Hope, Memoir of an Urban Teacher. Carol Marshall.
I'm going to try to use my teacher voice. Can you hear me back there? Okay, here I go. I'm a big fan of you guys, the urban students of Rhode Island. For the 20 years I taught high school English here in Providence, I saw so many people who fought hard against tremendous odds. And they were strong, they were optimistic, they even had a sense of humor, and they wanted, and they knew they needed to graduate from college and go on to jobs that would benefit society and benefit their families. And they knew that to do that, they needed to follow the rules, and they needed to work hard in school, and they needed to keep believing in what America represents in the world, equal opportunity. But there's a problem with equal opportunity these days. It's tragic to watch students follow the rules, work hard in school, and believe in America, and then see them unable to graduate from college because of financial challenges. That's what makes the Promise Scholarship so important. There's enormous potential in new students, but it's wasted if the state doesn't invest what would be a very small portion of the budget, less than 0.5% of our budget, to make it possible for urban students to make it to the finish line. So how do we get this promise back